Good evening and welcome to South Warren High School. A beautiful night for a very nice meet, very special meet. It's the Sky Conference track and field meet being held on the campus of the Spartans and Lady Spartans. Mike Cleff and Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. And you have a camera shot there. The white banner there is the finish line. We are in the visitors' press box across the field, so we'll have that camera steady there on the finish line. We are joining you in progress. This meet's been underway for about 20 minutes, and we've had the completion of one event, the 4x800 meter relay. In the girls' division, Greenwood was your winner. In the boys' division, Butler County captured the first place prize, and we're about ready to get underway with the girls' 100 meter dash, and we will try to stick with you as long as possible. Steve will be joining us later this evening. He had a school event that he is attending, and a very special evening, and we'll get Steve's thoughts on that later on. We were planning on bringing you baseball last night, which should have been a very good baseball contest, but rain washed that game out as Warren East was scheduled to play at Greenwood. The last sporting event that we brought you was track and field. It was on Tuesday, and it was the City-County Invitational, track and field invitational meet, which was held at Warren East, and the Raiders and Warren East High School did a great job of hosting that event, led by Principal Jonathan Vincent, Athletic Director Brandon Combs, and Assistant Athletic Director Patrick White. I want to thank the hospitality here at South Warren High School tonight, led by Principal Jenny Hester and Athletic Director Jeffrey Ashby. Again, we're just moments away from starting the second event of the evening. Some field events are underway. You don't have a vantage point of getting a camera. They're actually behind and to the left of the press box where the shot put is taking place, and other field events are going on as well. This field and track and field venue is set up differently than the Warren East venue. And again, weather-wise, you can tell it's sunny. Temperature is in the low 70s, just a very, very slight breeze. It's pretty ideal after we had to deal with that rain yesterday. So again, we're just moments away from starting the girls' 100 meter dash. I should say the 100 meter hurdles, and that will be followed by the boys' 110 high hurdles, as some of the female student athletes are getting their final warm-ups done, and we should be ready to go here in just a moment. Again, Mike Cleff, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We are bringing you tonight's Sky Conference track and field meet on the campus of South Warren High School. This high school has been in existence now for 13 years. It opened in 2010, and they keep expanding their facilities. It's a first class and a first-rate campus with a lot of really good academic setups and some very good athletic facilities as well. So we were just moments away from getting underway with the girls' 100 meter hurdles. And I'll tell you what, there's one hurdler who is head and shoulders. There she's crossing the finish line. And again, from where my vantage point is, from the color of the uniforms, it's hard to tell sometimes who they are. But I believe that might have been Warren East. And that was a dominant performance in the 100-meter hurdles. Now, they're going to have to adjust the hurdles for the boys, and they run 10 meters longer. It's the 110 meter high hurdles, and they are going to adjust the hurdles and go from there. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Sky Conference track and field meet here at South Warren High School. You are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives. It's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom!
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Welcome back to South Warren High School. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin, bringing you the Sky Conference track and field meet. We are in our second track event of the evening. The first event was the 4x800 meter relay on the girls' side. Unofficially, Greenwood is your winner, and unofficially on the boys' side, Butler County captured the top prize. The 100 meter hurdles on the girls' side, it appeared a student athlete from Warren East won it convincingly, and we're about ready to start the 110 meter high hurdles as they still adjust the hurdles, and we will be underway here in a couple of moments. We plan on being with you until 9 o'clock tonight. If the meet is done before then we'll wrap up things early, but it's just going to depend on how smoothly and how quickly this meet goes. But we plan on bringing you most of these events, and as you can tell, it's a very, very nice evening here at South Warren High School. Had a lot of fun 3 nights ago bringing you the City County Invitational, in which they honored the seniors before the meet from the 5 high schools in Warren County. Of course, 4 of them within our school district at Warren County Public Schools. Those schools being Warren Central, Warren East, South Warren, and Greenwood. And the 5th school that was recognized, their seniors, is Bowling Green High School with the Bowling Green Independent School District. So a large number of competitors entering tonight. Butler County is represented here along with Franklin Simpson. Bowling Green High School represented. And of course the 4 high schools in our school district, again, those being the Dragons and Lady Dragons of Warren Central, the Lady Raiders and Raiders of Warren East, the Spartans and Lady Spartans of South Warren, and the Lady Gators and Gators of Greenwood. Steve Sanders will be joining us later this evening. He has a school event, a prior commitment, and that is an event that I look forward to him talking about, and just very important event for him to attend. And Steve is a longtime administrator with Warren County Public Schools. He retired as an administrator last May, and he's now a substitute teacher and been a very valuable part of education with Warren County Public Schools. So looks like our same starter from 3 nights ago. She's a good one. Steve said that she is from Owensboro, and right now she's talking with, it looks like, a pair of the coaches from Greenwood. I believe one of them is head coach Dave Garrett. As you can hear with our microphones here in the background, we have a number of student athletes here that are enjoying the atmosphere here. And hey, we were all in high school once, and that's what it's all about. So, we will be underway here in just a moment. And it looks like the starter is telling them to get in the blocks. We're just moments away from the start of the 110 high hurdles. And we're underway. It looks like Warren East is out to a good start. I believe that's Warren East out with the lead. And that's going to be a convincing win for, it appears to be, the Raiders. Good performance there. Again, it's hard to tell going by the color of the jerseys. It looks like what Warren East is wearing tonight on the boys' side. The girls' side, some of them are wearing different jerseys. Some of them are wearing the lighter gray jersey tops, but we'll have a better idea when they're coming around here. But very convincing win there by what appears to be both Warren East boys and the Warren East girls. That was one of two heats. And one thing we don't know right now is if they're running the faster heats first or if they're running the faster heats second. So there will be another heat of the 110-meter high hurdles. We'll run down real quick our live streaming schedule. Next week, we're going to bring you softball on Monday. We'll be back here at South Warren as the Lady Spartans and head coach Kelly Reynolds. That's an outstanding South Warren softball team. They will be hosting Logan County. That will be Monday at 5:30 in the evening. Then on Tuesday, we will be back at South Warren again as the Lady Spartans will host the Lady Gators. We carried their first regular season matchup at Greenwood. A very special night in which a school bus driver named Ron Martin was honored. It was a cancer awareness night, and Ron's granddaughter is on Greenwood, and Ron threw out the first pitch. Very well attended softball game that was won by South Warren. And then on Friday night, we'll bring you more track and field. We will be back at Warren East for the Raider Classic. It's always a very nice meet, well run. That's our schedule next week. We're about ready for the next heat of the 110 high hurdles, 110-meter high hurdles. We're underway. And it looks like they are running the faster heats first. And I believe that's a young man from Warren Central who won that heat. So they will clear their hurdles, and while we do that, we will take a timeout. We'll be back with more of the Sky Conference Track and Field meet on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
We are back at South Warren High School. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. And we are about to get underway with the girls' 100-meter dash after the completion of the most recent event, the 110 boys 110-meter high hurdles. And prior to that was the girls' 100-meter hurdles. First running event of the night, the 4x800-meter relay. So we are in our third event here, and we are just moments away from the start of the girls' 100-meter dash. After dealing with rain yesterday, which forced our live stream of the Warren East at Greenwood baseball game to be canceled, that game is still not been made up, and trying to figure out a date on that is still to be determined. We're about ready for the girls' 100-meter dash with sunny skies and 70-degree temperatures here at 6:15. And we're off. This is a good race right here. But it looks like it's going to be Warren East winning it. Yep, that's Warren East. Nice performance. And it looks like we'll have another heat of the 100-meter dash. Again, I want to thank the hospitality here at South Warren High School, led by principal at South Warren High School, Jenny Hester. Jenny is going to be finishing up her tenure as the high school principal at South Warren, and Jenny has just been wonderful to work with. Have known Jenny since I moved here. Just a wonderful, wonderful person, a terrific educator, and stepping in to replace her, another really good educator and really good person, and that is Matt Deaton. Matt is currently serving as the principal at South Warren Middle School. So, a couple of really good people there. We wish Jenny well, and of course, wish Matt nothing but the best in his transition from the principal at South Warren Middle School to the principal at South Warren High School. Also, first-year athletic director Jeffrey Ashby at South Warren High School. He's been just wonderful to work with. Thanks to him for the hospitality and his entire athletic director staff for their assistance with tonight's meet, getting us here in the visitors press box tonight. The boys' 100-meter dash will follow the girls' 100-meter dash, and
first call for boys shot, please. First call for boys shot.
one thing about track and field meets, they're a lot of fun, a lot of competitors, and there's definite time between the events. You have to give the competitors a chance to get their starting blocks in place, or sometimes to put the hurdles on the track, remove the hurdles, and so forth. As Steve Sanders mentioned the other night, and we're hoping Steve will join us eventually here. Again, Steve has a school event, and that always takes priority. As much as we love sports and love bringing you sporting events here, that comes first. But knowing Steve, he will make it in every effort of his body to get here sometime before the evening is over. One thing that you will notice as the evening goes along, it will be tough on the other side of the track due to the nighttime conditions. Of course, they do have stadium lights here, but as we dealt with Warren East the other night, both outstanding facilities, but a lot of the competitors' jerseys are darker, and it's harder to tell sometimes which competitors are whom. As far as results, we don't have access to them here in the press box. If we get them passed along to us, we will try to pass them along to you. As we talked about the other night, unlike with other sports, track and field athletes do not have jersey numbers and rosters. Now, they do assign them numbers for the timers and the judges to register, but of course those vary from meet to meet. And so anyway, we don't have access to a roster like you do in a lot of other sports. We're about ready for the next heat of the girls 100-meter dash. That will be followed by the boys 100-meter dash. I want to thank our sponsors, Med Center Health, UK Healthcare, and Mingy Beef Jerky. Also want to thank CEO, PrepSpin CEO and co-owner William Warfield. You've heard me talk a lot about him. He is the absolute best. He's a future Hall of Famer, and certainly a guy that I've gotten to know, and it's been an honor and a pleasure. We're about ready for the start of this event. And I believe that is a competitor from Bowling Green High School that is going to win that heat right there in the 100-meter dash. So we will move on to the boys 100-meter dash. Again, our live stream schedule next week. Monday and Tuesday, we will be back here at South Warren for Lady Spartans softball. On Monday, South Warren will host Logan County. That will be at 5:30 in the evening. Then on Tuesday, the Lady Spartans will host the Lady Gators of Greenwood. That one will start at 6 p.m. And then 1 week from tonight, we'll be back on the track for the track and field meet, the Raider Classic at Warren East. And we will get underway with that one at 6 o'clock in the evening. Our schedule after that, it'll be our last week because the regular season will be wrapping up. On Wednesday, May 10th, we'll bring you baseball here at South Warren. It will be our second look at the Spartans team. We saw them very early in the season at Warren East. South Warren will host Allen County Scottsville. That will be at 5:30 in the evening. Then on Thursday, we will bring you softball from Warren East as head coach Philip McKinney, and the Lady Raiders will host Monroe County. That is a 5:30 evening start. And then on Friday, May 12th, 2 weeks from tonight, more high school baseball. It will be Greenwood hosting Cumberland County, and that game will get underway at 6 o'clock in the evening. So that gets you up to speed as we're just moments away here from the start of it actually looks like we're going to have one more heat of the girls 100-meter dash before we move on to the boys 100-meter dash. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We're about underway with this heat. And we're underway. Okay. And now we will have the boys 100-meter dash. Before we have that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Sky Conference track and field meet. You are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Welcome back to South Warren High School. We're about to get underway with the boys 100-meter dash, the Sky Conference track and field meet. That's a very strong performance by that young man. And try to see who he's with. I believe he's with Bowling Green. It's a strong performance. And we'll have another heat of the 100-meter dash. And there will be a second heat of the 100-meter dash.
Hey, I beat him up that one time. Actually, I got him right here with his own walk on him. Wonder why? Why did I hit you with the walk on it? 110 hurdles. The girls 100-meter hurdles in 5th place. That's why he got beat. Nishabura just
our second heat of the 100-meter dash is underway. This is a very tightly contested race. This is a good one. Wow. And we will have one more heat of the boys 100-meter dash. Mike Clef with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We're about ready for our third heat of the boys 100-meter dash. We've run the 4x800 meter relay, the 100 and 110 high hurdles, and the 100-meter dash here on this gorgeous evening at South Warren High School. This is our second of 3 track and field meets we're bringing you. Our third one will be next Friday. It'll be the Raider Relays at Warren East High School. And we'll join you with that at 6 o'clock in the evening as our third heat of the 100-meter dash is underway. It looks like the young man from Franklin Simpson is going to win this heat. Again, we've seen competitors from Logan County here tonight. Franklin Simpson, Butler County, and the 5 high schools in Warren County. 4 of them, of course, within our school district at Warren County Public Schools. Those being the host school, South Warren, along with Warren Central, Warren East, and Greenwood. And then the 5th school in the county, Bowling Green High School, has a number of competitors here tonight as well. So we're through 3 events, 6 when you count both the boys and the girls side. We'll take another timeout. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet, courtesy of Prep Spin, on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up?
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Welcome back to South Warren High School, the track and field venue. Of course, inside here is where they play. The Spartans play their home football games, and quite a program to say the least. With South Warren High School football led by their tremendous head coach Brandon Smith. The Spartans have won 3 state championships. In 2015, when they were in Class 4A, and since then they moved up to Class 5A. And they've won state championships in 2018 and 2021. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. Steve Sanders will be joining us later this evening. Look forward to that. Nice night here. We had planned on seeing our first look of Warren East baseball since they had captured the Class 2A state championship last weekend, but Mother Nature canceled those plans. Last night, the Raiders were supposed to visit the Greenwood Gators, but rain washed it out. So that was going to be a matchup of a Warren East team that is currently 17-6 on the season, taking on a Greenwood team that at the moment has a season ledger of 17-4. So I want to thank our leadership with Warren County Public Schools, led by Superintendent Rob Clayton, Chief Operations Officer Jason Cupcella, and Chief Financial Officer Chris McIntyre. And we are just a little bit away. We're going to have a relay coming up here. As the various legs of the relay are getting to their spot on the track. Of course, as Steve talked about 3 nights ago at the City County Invitational meet, these baton exchanges are vital, and they make or break your relays. Another school that has competitors here tonight, the Panthers and Lady Panthers of Russellville. So we're glad they're here as well. So we will be getting underway here with a relay here in just a moment. I believe this is the 4x200 meter relay. So each member of the relay will run 200 meters, half the track. So half the competitors are on the opposite side of the track, and the other half are at the finish line. So we are getting fairly close here to the start of this event. It's been a real honor and a pleasure bringing you a number of sporting events this 2022-23 sports season. In the fall, we brought you, of course, football, volleyball, boys soccer, and girls soccer. During the winter, we brought you boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, and swimming. This spring, we have brought you baseball, softball, track and field, and girls lacrosse. It's been a lot of fun, and it has been really neat to meet so many of the student athletes and the coaches, interact with them of all these various sports. I want to thank the volunteers working tonight's meet, and of course the volunteers working the concession stand. A lot of them donating their time to this event, making sure it's a smooth running event, and we appreciate their efforts very much. This meet has been running now for a little bit over an hour. We've had the 4x800, followed by the shorter hurdle events, the 100 girls, 100-meter hurdles for the girls, and the 110 hurdles for the boys. Then we've had the 100-meter dash for both the boys and the girls. And now we're going to have the 4x200-meter relay. And it looks like we're pretty close to starting, I think. Every time I say that, though, we have another delay here. This is our third year of existence with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We started in April of 2021 with spring sporting events. Had a full season during the 2021-22 school year, and then we are currently in our second full school year and third school year overall. The thing that's neat about our service is it's free, and that includes you can go back and look at the archive, which is free of charge. Just search for the event and the date that it took place. So tonight's starter looks like she's about to get everyone in position, and hopefully we'll be a couple of moments away from starting the girls' 4x200-meter dash. We're just letting you take in the sights and sounds here from South Warren High School. Mike Clef with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Steve Sanders scheduled to join us here eventually. He's at a school event tonight with Cumberland Trace Elementary, where Steve is a substitute teacher. Steve was a longtime administrator with Warren County Public Schools before retiring last May, and we're thrilled that he joined us on board in October. As you could tell the other night, this sport is very near and dear to Steve. both of his sons competed for head coach Dave Garrett at Greenwood, Will and Sam Sanders. And we're about ready for the start of the 4x200 meter relay. There we go. We're underway. And they have made their first exchange, so we're on the second leg of the 4x200 meter relay. And they have now made their second exchange, so we're on the third leg of this 4x200 meter relay. Bowling Green out in the lead. South Warren in second. Franklin Simpson in third. Logan County in fourth. And it looks like that Franklin Simpson has taken the lead. And Franklin Simpson looks like they're going to win this heat of the 4x200 meter relay. A very impressive performance by the Lady Wildcats. And as you could hear, sitting right in front of us, some very enthusiastic teammates of that Franklin Simpson girls 4x200 meter relay team. Very nice performance by the Lady Wildcats. Again, that heat in the 4x200 meter relay won by Franklin Simpson. And now we'll see if there will be a second heat of the girls 4x200 meter relay, or if we will have the boys 4x200 meter relay. And it looks like we are going to have the boys 4x200 meter relay. We have relay teams entered from Butler County, South Warren, Warren East, Logan County, yeah, we'll run those down again. Butler County, South Warren, Logan County, Warren East, and South Warren, I believe. Yeah, we see Southbourne there. So we'll take another quick timeout before we have the boys 4x200 meter relay. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We'll be right back.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
We're back at South Warren High School at the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. We're still waiting for the start of the boys 4x200 meter relay. Franklin Simpson was your winner in the most recent event, the girls 4x200 meter relay. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll have this 4x200 meter boys relay right after this quick break.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Welcome back to the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. Mike Clef with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. The boys 4x200 meter relay is in progress. We're halfway through. They're making the baton exchanges from their second leg of the relay to the third leg. And right now, Warren East has the lead, but it looks like closing the gap is Bowling Green. A very strong leg, third leg performance by the Purples, as the Raiders will try to finish off this, but Bowling Green has other ideas. As we're just a few seconds away from the completion of this, you'll see the competitors cross the finish line, and Bowling Green has indeed taken the lead. And it looks like, barring something completely shocking, that the Purples are going to win the boys 4x200 meter relay. Warren East finishes second. So again, fun start to this Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. Franklin Simpson won the girls 4x200 meter relay. Bowling Green wins the boys 4x200 meter relay. The opening track event was the 4x800 meter relay. Greenwood won the girls division. The boys division was won by Butler County. That was followed by the 100 meter hurdles on the girls side and the 110 high hurdles on the boys side. And Warren East competitors won both of those events. The 100 meter dash followed that. We don't have any official results on that, but we do. We will pass them along to you. And then most recently we had the 4x200 meter relays. The Lady Wildcats of Franklin Simpson won the girls division of the 4x200 meter relay. And the boys division was won by the Purples of Bowling Green High School. So it looks like we're moments away from, let's see if this is, this looks like this is going to be the 1,600 meter run. Indeed it is. We will take another break and be back with more of the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. You are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We'll be right back.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes. Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Welcome back to the Sky Conference track and field meet. We do have a second heat running of the 4x200 meter relay in the boys division, as Warren Central is out with a big lead in this heat. Other schools competing are Franklin Simpson and South Warren. I want to run down the options. You can watch and listen to our live stream. Got several of them. You can go to prepspin.com or go.prepspin.com. You can also go to PrepSpin's Facebook page or PrepSpin's Twitter page. PrepSpin is also on Roku and Fire Stick TV. Just go to either one of those options and search for PrepSpin there. You can also go to our school district's website, warrencountyschools.org, and you can watch our live stream there. Or you can go to our collaborator with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. You can go to our collaborator, WBKO Television, and go to their website at WBKO.com. Go to the sports page and just look for the PrepSpin link. Again, no charge, and everything's archived. It should be archived for at least a week to 10 days, and you can find it there. So that's where we stand right there. Again, still sunshine out, but it's starting to become dusk, but the conditions are ideal. Minimal wind, temperature in the high 60s. As you can tell, sunny. Unlike yesterday, no rain. Rain is not a factor tonight. And we still have several events left to run. Our next event is going to be the girls' 1,600-meter run. So this one, they will go 4 laps around the track. Again, I can tell you, Steve has mentioned Steve Sanders, who we hope will join us a little later tonight. Both of his sons competed in track and field at Greenwood High School for head coach Dave Garrett. Yours truly, many years ago, many pounds ago, was a track and field student athlete. It's an awesome sport. These people, the student athletes, the coaches, they are dedicated, hardworking, very loyal to this sport. But the thing about the meets is when the events take place, they're exciting. but it's a lot of hurry up and wait. You got to wait between these events, and just no other way around it. Track and field meets are one of your longer running events in high school sports. Still a great sport, but case in point, last 3 nights ago, we could not carry the entire meet. We had to sign off at 9 o'clock in the evening. We were on for 3.5 hours, and we were glad to do so, but we had to sign off with a couple events still to go. So hopefully that won't happen tonight, but we plan on sticking with you until 9 o'clock, and hopefully this meet will be done by then. If it's done before then we'll have it for you in its entirety. So again, we're just moments away from the start of the girls' 1,600-meter run. And we are underway. You can see them coming out of there. So again, they'll go 4 laps around. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Med Center Health, UK Healthcare, and Mingy Beef Jerky. Their support, most appreciated, and we are truly grateful to them as Barron County is out in the lead. South Warren in second. Great to see a number of competitors in this race.
Okay, we have results for girls shot put in 5th place, Robert Anna Evans from Logan County. In 4th place, Cecilia Marshall from Northeast. In 3rd place,
And it looks like the Barron County student athlete is out in the lead. South Warren in second. Still a long ways to go. Still have 3 laps to go. With that in mind, we will take another break. We'll bring you the finish of the girls' 1,600-meter run after this timeout. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet on the Warren County Public Schools Network, courtesy of Prep Spin.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Welcome back to South Warren High School at the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We're in the girls' 1,600-meter run, and with just a little bit over a lap to go, the clear leader in winning this easily is the Barron County student athlete. Greenwood is in second. South Warren is in third, but the Greenwood and South Warren competitors, they are way, way behind this leader from Barron County, as you heard the bell lap. So we're in our final lap here, and barring a miraculous comeback by the second place runner, who is Greenwood, this Barron County competitor is going to win this 1,600-meter run event going away. And that's what appears is going to happen. She's got a very smooth stride and has about 300 meters left in her performance. Very impressive performance. The real battle is for second between Greenwood and South Warren, and it's a good battle. It's a good one. With the sun starting to go down, the conditions are cooler, but it's a gorgeous evening. As the Barron County runner is in the stretch run, and she is going to win this event going away. Real battle going on for second between South Warren and Greenwood, and it's a good one. It's a good one as Barron County crosses the finish line. Looks like Greenwood's going to hold on for second, though. And South Warren will get third. And we will be moments away from the start of the boys' 1,600-meter run. Hey, it's a great opportunity for say thanks to our sponsors. With that in mind, we're going to take another break. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We will be right back.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
All right, welcome back to South Warren High School, which is the site of tonight's Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. A number of schools here representing the Sky Conference, and that is fantastic. We've had competitors from Franklin-Simpson, Barron County, Russellville, Logan County, Franklin-Simpson, Butler County. I think I mentioned Logan County. And, of course, the 5 schools in Warren County, Bowling Green High School, and, of course, the 4 high schools in the Warren County Public Schools District, consisting of the host school, South Warren, along with Greenwood, Warren Central, and Warren East. So the girls' 1,600-meter run was just completed. The winner, a competitor from Barron County, she won it convincingly, and we are just moments away from the start of the boys' 1,600-meter run. We're adjusting that filter there so you get an idea. There is the see the starters for the 1,600-meter run. Of course, that's where they will finish the race as well. We're about an hour and 40 minutes into this meet. This is our second of 3 track and field meets this spring that we'll bring you. Our third and final one will be next Friday. It will be at Warren East. It's a meet that I've covered on several occasions. It's a fun one. It's the Raider Classic. The Raider Classic at Warren East High School will be there, and our live stream coverage will begin at 6 o'clock in the evening. So again, as you can see, we're about ready to start the boys' 1,600-meter run. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Steve Sanders is at a school event for Cumberland Trace Elementary School where he substitute teaches, and knowing Steve, he will stop by here and offer some insights later this evening. But I told him that event comes first. School comes first, and it's I know it's a very special event that he's taking in, and when Steve gets here, we look forward to hearing his insights as this boys' 1,600-meter run is about ready to start, and it's underway. So again, they'll go 4 laps around. And it looks like a competitor from Barron County takes the lead. A young lady from Barron County won the girls' 1,600-meter run just a few minutes ago.
As a reminder, the concession stand and restrooms are now behind the bleachers in the newer building. Concessions and restrooms are behind the bleachers in the newer building.
And they're about to complete their first lap. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 runners in this boys' 1,600-meter run. And they've all now completed a lap, and they have 3 to go. Barron County continues to take the lead, or keep the lead, as Butler County's about to pass them up. And that's exactly what happened. It looks like Warren East is going to go into second place. So right now, as we're getting close to the halfway point, Butler County in the lead. Looks like Warren East is in second. Barron County is in third. I believe that young man for Butler County was on their victorious 4x800 relay, the first track event of the evening. Right now, this looks more and more like this is turning into a 2-person race between the competitor from Butler County and the competitor from Warren East. But here comes a young man from Bowling Green making a nice move. He's in third place, and he's gaining on the 2 leaders. So right now it's Warren East in first, Butler County in second, Bowling Green in third, Barron County in fourth. Then there's a big gap back to the next group. And it looks like Barron County's about to take back over third. The young man from Warren East has really increased his lead. Butler County still in second. Bowling Green still in third with the Barron County young man on his heels. Greenwood in fifth. And it looks like the young man from Warren East, he's really finishing strong. Oh, yeah. He's going to win this easily. A very strong performance by the Raider student athlete. Butler County's going to finish second. Barron County's going to come in for third. The young man from Bowling Green looks like he's going to hold on for fourth. That's exactly what happens. And I believe Greenwood comes on to finish fifth. So that's the completion of the 1,600-meter run. We have some more competitors coming in to finish. But we will take another timeout. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Welcome back to South Warren High School. Mike Cleff with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. In our third season of existence, our second full year, we've had a blast. Started up by Scott Thompson. Appreciate his efforts. Yours truly ran the camera when Scott was bringing you play-by-play. And then Steve Sanders joined us in October. And again, we have 2 more weeks of live streaming. We have, after tonight, we have 3 sporting events next week and 3 the following week. The boys' 1,600-meter run just finished, and a Warren East competitor was the winner. And we're about ready for a relay to get going here, and I believe this is the 4x100-meter relay. So while we're waiting for that relay to get underway, we will run down our schedule. Next Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to be back here at South Warren for Lady Spartans softball. On Monday, South Warren will host Logan County. That game will start at 5:30 in the evening. Then Tuesday, the Lady Spartans will host the Lady Gators of Greenwood. That game will start at 6 o'clock in the evening. Again, that is on Monday, May 1st and Tuesday, May 2nd. 1 week from tonight, on May 5th, Friday, May 5th, we will be back at Warren East for our third track and field event that will be live streaming to you. It will be the Raider Classic. It's always a very well-run and exciting track and field meet. And our live stream coverage will get underway at 6 o'clock in the evening. Then on Wednesday, May 10th. Wednesday, May 10th, we will be back here at South Warren for Spartans baseball as head coach Chris Gage and the Spartans of South Warren will host the Patriots of Allen County, Scottsville. That will get underway at 5:30 in the evening. Then on Thursday, May 11th, we will head back to Warren East for softball. We'll check out the head coach Philip McKinney and the Lady Raiders as they host Monroe County, the Lady Falcons. That will start at 5:30 in the evening. And then our last live stream of the school year will be Friday, May 12th. We'll be at Greenwood for head coach Jason Jaggers and the Gators baseball team, a baseball team right now that stands at 17-4 on the season. Greenwood will be hosting Cumberland County, and that contest will start at 6 o'clock in the evening. We planned on live streaming Greenwood baseball's home game last night against the Class 2A state champion Raiders of Warren East. Very potentially exciting matchup. Warren East currently 17-6 on the season. As we mentioned, the Gators are 17-4, but rain canceled that game, and as of right now, I don't believe they have a makeup date. Scheduling a makeup date for that might be kind of challenging, and of course, the only way those two would see each other in the postseason is if they met in the 4th Region Tournament, because this is the first year that Warren East is in the 15th district. Of course, Greenwood is in the 14th district. So
Isaiah Summers, Warren East. Second place, Isaiah Gee, Warren East. And in first place, John Hunter, Bowling Green. In the boys' 1,600-meter run, in fifth place, Sam Larson from Logan County. Fourth place, Michael House from Bowling Green. Third place, Brody Miller from Barron County. Second place, Parker Smith from Butler County. And in first place, Trevor Hudnall from Warren East.
So they just announced the winner of the 1,600-meter run on the boys' side. It was Trevor Hudnall of Warren East. Congratulations to him. And it looks like they're still setting up here for the 4x100-meter relay. The girls' 4x100-meter relay will take place first. And then that will be followed by the boys' 4x100-meter relay. Steve Sanders is at a school event tonight, so it's just yours truly, Mike Cleff, bringing you something. Steve might join us later, if depending on how his event's going. And I told him if you could make it, that's great, but that school event comes first. And Steve will be back with us for our next live stream, which will be on Monday. We'll be at South Warren softball, both Monday and Tuesday. And the Lady Spartans are in the midst of another strong season. Last season, they captured the 4th Region Championship and advanced to the state softball tournament. Led by head coach Kelly Reynolds and her outstanding assistant coaches. And we are underway in this heat of the girls' 4x100-meter relay. Of course, this event will go very fast. There will be 3 handoffs. The first handoff taking place off camera. We'll get you up to speed. You will see the finish of this race. Greenwood right now out in the lead. Franklin Simpson in second. I take that back. Logan County in second. Franklin Simpson in third as they get ready for another exchange. Greenwood still in the lead, and they've got a very big lead. And that is going to be a convincing victory for the Lady Gators. Wow. Very nicely done by Greenwood in winning the girls 4x100 meter relay. So, we move on to the boys 4x100 meter relay. Had to adjust that filter as we've gotten the stadium lights are now on and having an impact on the track in the middle of the field. It's still daylight, but the conditions are dusk. And just got a text from Steve Sanders. He might be arriving shortly, so we look forward to having Steve on here. And we are just a couple of moments away from the start of the boys 4x100 meter relay. I don't believe they have a second heat of the girls 4x100, which was won convincingly by the Lady Gators of Greenwood. Again, I want to thank the hospitality here extended by South Warren High School. Principal Jenny Hester, Athletic Director Jeffrey Ashby, and his terrific athletic director staff. This meet right now is about 2 hours old. We joined you at 6 o'clock this evening. We've been with you for about an hour and 35 minutes. And again, it's our second track and field meet that we are bringing you this season, courtesy of the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network and Prep Spin. Our first meet was 3 nights ago, the City County Invitational, which was held at Warren East High School. And, of course, tonight, then our third and final track and field meet we'll bring you is the Raider Classic, which is a week from tonight at Warren East High School. The meet's scheduled to get underway at 5:30 p.m., but with so many schools in that event, they might start a few minutes late, so we'll get underway at 6 o'clock in the evening, as we do have a second heat of the 4x100 meter relay on the girls' side. And I believe we have 2 teams that are entered in this heat. Check that. Yep, 2 teams. We have a team from, I believe, Logan County and a team from Russellville. So the boys' event in this 4x100 meter dash will follow. And arriving here, someone that very glad to see, Mr. Steve Sanders. Welcome aboard, Steve. As I just knew he would show up. He's a trooper, and has him on board. And Steve brought dinner, and he should be able to enjoy it. So, Steve, we are on your schedule, so no problem. So, yeah, we just finished, Steve, the girls 4x100 meter relay, which Greenwood won, and we are headed to the boys 4x100 meter relay. And again, we don't want Steve to feel rushed. We'll take a quick timeout. They're getting things organized for the boys 4x100 meter relay. You are watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet, courtesy of the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network and Prep Spin. We'll be right back.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play,
How
to
are you,
explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
I made a judgment call. I'm glad I did.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Steve.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
I'm real close to the regular entrance, so I'll help you get it, that I'm kind of in the middle of everything.
Oh, no, sure, that's fine. Was your event, Steve, at,
Cumberland Trail.
okay, it was, okay.
We had all but one kid come.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Welcome back to South Warren High School. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. Mike Cleff, Steve Sanders. Steve enjoying a well-deserved dinner. He'll join us here in a little bit. Right now, though, we're between events. The girls 4x100 meter relay, which was won by Greenwood. And we're waiting for the start of the boys 4x100 meter relay. Very nice turnout by a number of schools tonight. We, of course, have the 5 schools within our county. Bowling Green High School, along with the 4 schools in our school district, Warren Central, Warren East, South Warren, and Greenwood. We've seen competitors from Franklin Simpson, Logan County, Russellville, Barron County, Franklin Simpson, as I mentioned, Butler County. Very nice turnout for tonight's meet. Weather has been ideal, and it's gotten cooler, but the wind is minimal. Biggest thing is no precipitation. So let's see where things stand here. Looks like we're every time I think we're fairly close to starting an event, then they have to wait a little bit longer. So Steve and I are going to get very familiar with this South Warren campus here in the next few days. Our next two live streams, we'll be back here on Monday and Tuesday for South Warren softball. The Lady Spartans will host Logan County at 5:30 on Monday. We'll be bringing you that one, and then we'll be back here the next night as the Lady Spartans will host Greenwood, and that will be a 6 o'clock start. As after tonight, we will have 2 weeks of live streams to bring you. And we're underway in this 4x100 meter relay in the boys division. Again, you'll be able to see him finish here. And right now, Warren East is out to a good start. And they're about ready to make the final exchange here in the relay, as that is LaQuinton Flippin in the lead. He's going to be tough to catch. That Warren Central runner's trying, but LaQuinton Flippin is going to hold on to win, and Warren East wins the boys division of the 4x100 meter relay.
East is always strong in that event.
Steve was saying off microphone that Warren East is always strong in that event. And once again, case in point.
No different.
I'm going to change the subject real quick. I always enjoy talking sports with Steve, whether it's high school, collegiate, or professional. And Steve has been super busy, but the big story connected to collegiate and professional is tonight in the second round of the NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans traded up to make the number 33 overall selection. They made a trade with Arizona, and they selected Kentucky quarterback Will Levis.
Good pick for them.
And so Will Levis was taken, I believe, second overall in the second round. And the Titans' first-round pick is an offensive lineman out of Northwestern, Peter Skoronsky. And about everything that I read, that draft pick has received very good reviews. He was an outstanding offensive lineman for head coach Pat Fitzgerald and the Wildcats. So I know Steve's been busy. I didn't know if he knew that yet, but I wanted to pass that along to him. And I don't think Hendon Hooker has been drafted yet, Steve, the Tennessee quarterback. So, anyway.
Hard coming off injury.
And he made a good point that Hooker, of course, is coming off a very severe knee injury that he suffered, I believe, in a game against South Carolina late in the season. And Steve was mentioning how it's hard to come back from an injury like that, which is a very, very good point. Okay. Let's see what we have here.
Another heat.
I believe we do have another heat of the 4x100 meter relay. I'm just trying to see. It looks like we have at least three teams in this second heat. Want to run down our options again for our live stream. You can check us out at prepspin.com or go.prepspin.com. You can also go to Facebook or Twitter. Just look for PrepSpin there. PrepSpin has a Facebook page. They also have a Twitter page. You can also check out our live stream on Roku or Fire Stick TV. Just look for PrepSpin there. A couple more options to tell you about. You go to our school district website, warrencountyschools.org. Or you can go to our collaborator, WBKO Television. Go to their website, WBKO.com. Go to the sports page, and there is a PrepSpin link there. Been a lot of fun this year. Can't believe that after tonight we just have a couple of weeks left. And we're just waiting for the start of this second heat of the boys 4x100 meter relay. The first heat, and will be the overall winner in this race, was won by Warren East. Quentin Flippin was the anchor on that victorious relay for the Raiders. Steve and I had a chance to briefly visit with him in the press box 3 nights ago. He had a big night during the City County Invitational. He's a very pleasant young man. And the first leg runners of the boys 400 meter relay are getting their last warm-ups in before they get into the blocks. And we're just moments away from this second heat of this 4x100 meter relay. I want to thank our sponsors, MedCenter Health, UK Healthcare, and Mingy Beef Jerky. Steve, feel free to adjust the camera how you feel. I just had to keep it static. And Steve, I could tell you ate quickly. You didn't have to, but I'm glad you got something. But welcome aboard, partner.
Whew, I tell you what, the day job turns into a night job, too.
Yeah. How was the event tonight, Steve?
It was great. Great to see my little preschoolers one more time before they head off into the summertime, and their parents. So, yeah, I hadn't heard that. I wondered about Will Levis getting drafted. You know, it was the New York Jet cornerback tweeted out yesterday to him directly when ESPN was probably giving him more coverage than he wanted when he was one of the last ones left in the green room. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and all of a sudden now he's going to be a little closer to his alma mater and going to be on a team that, you know, for all intents and purposes, is looking for some support in the quarterback department. Of course, they have Tannehill, but, you know, he's been around a while, and they're probably looking ahead at the future. I've always thought Levis, his size, his mechanics, you know, he's built well for an NFL quarterback. You know, we've gone through a period, excuse me, you take out your Kyler Murrays and things like that. You know, we're into an era of big quarterbacks in the NFL. You look at Buffalo's quarterback, you know, Patrick Mahomes is a good-sized quarterback. You know, these guys are bigger. Levis is big, strong, you know, going to be able to take a hit. I think Bryce Young that went overall, I think he's a great prospect. I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's going to have some of those intangibles, but at the end of the day, he's also about 5'10" and about 180 pounds, and he's going to take some hits. And like I said, I think he's going to do a great job. I think it was a great pick, but it's different when you're 180 pounds instead of 220 or 230 pounds. So,
you know, Steve, I thought, just my opinion, you know, was Levis as good this past year compared to 2 seasons ago?
No, but he didn't have the receiving core he had 2 years ago
there
either.
There you go. He dearly missed Wandale
And
Robinson.
the offensive line. The big blue wall crumbled a little bit this past year. 2 years ago, It was amazing.
Exactly.
I actually got to see him live when Kentucky traveled to Louisville 2 years ago. Or 2 seasons ago. Got to see him in the Governor's Cup game that year, and I mean, he was amazing. He's huge. He's big, strong, big arm. But you know, he had a great receiving core. He had a good receiving core this past year, but he had a great receiving core that 2 years ago, and a great offensive line. He lost several members of that offensive line this past year. Excuse me.
Well, Steve, I'm not going to ask you about tonight's meet because, again, you were just arriving.
I'm still waiting to see some of it, to be perfectly honest with you.
But now you had time to look back, Steve. What are some, just as you had a chance to process, what are some things you remember from the City County Invitational that we carried 3 nights ago?
Well, you know, it was itself. It was a great meet. It was good weather. It just kind of wanted to drag along a little bit. We got ran out of airtime ourselves, and so you know, there was a few runners that did not run that night that I would normally expect to see run, and it'll be interesting if they run tonight. Have you seen Duncan run for Greenwood yet?
I have not.
Have we run the mile?
Yes, he did not run.
Okay.
He did not
probably
run
not going to run tonight.
Trevor Hudnell from Warren East won it.
Okay.
Yep.
Because he would not have, no offense to Trevor
Right.
at all. He's great athlete, but
Yep.
if Cates would have run it and been in his normal, you know, he would have been a tough person to beat.
And Steve, it looks like we had the girls' 400-meter dash here underway.
Sorry, Mike.
No, that's okay.
Got the coughs here.
That's okay. Steve, how the one big difference here, how in your experience working meets and taking in meets, strictly track and field, how is the venue different at South Warren compared to Warren East?
Well, there's a little bit of difference in lighting, not better or worse. It's just different. You know, it's a little bit darker when you're doing a night meet here. But you have to remember Warren East also has turf, which is going to reflect a little more light than a natural surface, absorbs more light. So this
looked like Greenwood won that event. The Greenwood competitor won the 400. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
So actually, you all are moving pretty good. We're to 400. So last week or earlier in the week, we just got to the 800 by 9 o'clock, and we're going to be at the 800 more like about 8:30 tonight, hopefully, if things keep progressing. So maybe getting in a little bit of a groove here. But this is a great facility. Like I said last week, for a long time, this facility and Warren East were the only two facilities in the county, including Bowling Green, that had a pole vault facility. And in fact, they didn't use their pole vault facility here. I can remember back before nobody was pole vaulting in Warren County schools before about 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Well, Steve, one thing for that South Warren and Greenwood have in common, their athletics facilities, they have had a lot of construction and renovation going on. And the big building over there, the indoor facility, you don't see it on camera, but it's to the right of the home team press box. And it's when it's all said and done, it's going to be very nice.
Yeah, it's and you know, Warren County schools have been great. And the leadership in Warren County Schools is a firm believer in all schools having great facilities. You know, you're not going to go to one school in Warren County and see, you know, top-notch facilities and then go to another school and see facilities that are crumbling and withering away. You know, you have to applaud the fact that all schools, you know, now granted some of them were in mid-construction to get up to that level, but Greenwood's had a great track for a long time, you know, and a good football stadium. But when you look at a Warren East, you know, Warren Central, you know, their football surfaces, they have synthetic surfaces. They can play soccer on them. That's a big thing right now with a lot of schools is, you know, soccer season and football season overlap. So you're trying to play two sports on a natural surface in the fall when you get rain, a lot of rain, and then you're tearing up your surface and nobody can play effectively. So,
Steve, I believe we have the second heat of the girls' 400-meter dash.
Yes, of course everybody stays in their lane in the 400 meters.
Yep. Looks like a young lady from Warren East out in the lead. Steve, you've obviously been very invested in this sport with you and Laura, both your sons, Will and Sam, competing in this sport. Just in general, what do you love most about track and field?
Well, I love it a whole lot more when it gets warmer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
March days, it makes it a little more challenging to love, but, you know, it good coaches for all these teams out here. You know, these coaches invest a lot in these young people, and not just in the particular event that they're running in, but just life and growing up and turning into somebody great. And, you know, it's just it's great to see the interaction and the respect that these kids have for these coaches, and quite honestly, the respect the coaches have for the kids too. You know, we're in a time when there's a lot of things drawing kids' attention out there, and you know, if you want a kid to come and work hard and feel a little bit of discomfort and pain every afternoon when they're working out, you know, they can go do something else. But you know, these coaches still find ways to get them to come and work and become great athletes.
Mike Cleff, Steve Sanders. Steve came from a pre-K event for Cumberland Trace Elementary, and honestly, if Steve hadn't shown up tonight, I would have completely understood, but having known Steve now for nearly 2 school years, I know he would get here eventually, and I kind of thought that he'd hustle to get here, and I certainly didn't want to rush him while he was eating his
Listen, that was a long lunch break right there, 10 minutes. I mean, that was an eternity.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yep.
Well, I'm glad to be here, but, you know, like so many things, there's just not enough hours in the day sometimes to get it all in. But our kids' last day was yesterday in preschool in Warren County, and I wanted to be able to see my little ladies and gentlemen one more time before they head off into the summer.
How do you like substitutes teaching, Steve?
Well, I'm just an assistant, sub as an assistant, and that's pretty good. I don't do the teaching. If I go into the teaching world, the retirement system I have to abide by those rules, and it's a little bit different, but I also didn't necessarily want to be in charge of anything, so I like it. I enjoy it. I'm going to miss my little friends on Monday, but I'll have something else to get my hands in.
Oh, wow. Well, we are waiting for the boys' 400-meter dash. And our plan is, Steve, we're going to stay on until 9 o'clock this evening.
Yep.
Right now, I believe we're about 7:57, 7:58. Is that about right, Steve?
That is correct, yep.
So
hopefully we can get a little farther in than we did the other night. But, I mean, the unfortunate thing is it's out of mine and yours hand. If I had a gun and could start it up here, we'd go about every 30 seconds.
Well, Steve, while we got a couple of moments here, you know, I mentioned you know, next Monday and Tuesday we're going to see South Warren softball back-to-back, and if you feel the same way that I do, boy, and I believe we're starting here on the boys' 400-meter dash.
We might have one. See what this is. Yeah, I believe. No, I think is it one last girls heat?
Is it? And it's hard to tell right now, Steve.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I believe it's one last, because the first boys' heat will be full. It'll be a hot heat.
Well, Steve, what I've seen of South Warren softball, they have thoroughly impressed me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, this is a great location to do a game from. You know, all our schools are. We've been at all of them now, and but this one's good. From my standpoint, I get to be in the press box, so if it's a little cool that night, I get to stay a little warmer.
Yep.
Just like tonight. My wife asked me right before she came to the event tonight to cheer my little fellas and ladies on, and before I left, she said, "Are you going to get to be warm tonight?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll get to be warm," because it is getting a little cooler. I think the lows tonight are going to dip down into the 50s at least, and it's almost ready to dip down in the 50s now. That's, you know, the runners out there, they're loving it.
Yep.
But those old people like me, where it's a whole different story. Bones start aching a little bit.
That makes two of us, Steve. Well, and another common thread that we have about South Warren softball, you're like me. We both think very highly of their head coach, Kelly Reynolds, don't we? What impressed you about Coach Reynolds, Steve?
Well, I mean, she's just a winner. She's been a winner at every stage she's ever been at and every capacity she's ever been at. But yet, you know, she's just as humble and down to earth as anybody you would meet. She'll stand and talk to anybody. You watch her with her players. She communicates well. She's just her, you know. She's nothing. She would not tell you there's anything special about her. She would tell you that she's just doing a pretty decent job. When in fact, you know, she's one of the better coaches probably in the state, and that might not even be giving her enough credit right there. But looking forward to, it's been a couple of weeks since we've done a softball game, so.
Well, and Steve, I was talking
we've done track week this week.
Yep, and I was talking earlier before you got here. I was bummed out that we got rained out last night because I thought that was going to be a really good baseball game between the Warren East Raiders that are 17-6 and the Class 2A state champions, and the Greenwood team that's 17-4.
You know, the only thing that would have made it better is if they would have still been playing in the same district. You know, that changes a little bit when Warren East moved into the 15th district. That's right, isn't it? I think the 15th now.
15th they are.
And Greenwood stayed in the 14th.
Yep.
And you know, that changes it. Now, it's still two great teams playing each other, but, you know, now it's just more for pride instead of district rankings. You know, that 14th district is still a brutal district to play in. You know, you've got South Warren, you've got Greenwood, you've got Bowling Green, all duking it out every time they play to get their position in the district.
And Steve, speaking of South Warren, we'll get a look at their baseball team on Wednesday, May 10th. And by all accounts, you know, the one time we saw them, they lost a game, tightly contested game at Warren East. But they've been playing
they led a good bit of.
Yeah, they've been playing well, and they'll be hosting Allen County Scottsville on Wednesday, May 10th, and we'll be bringing that game. So.
I believe we've got some boys in the blocks over there. So,
okay. All right.
Hope we can get them off and running.
And we're underway. You're right, Steve. We've got competitors in every lane in this race.
These will be your fastest seed time runners.
Yep. This is a tightly contested start between Bowling Green and Greenwood. Boy, this is a grueling race, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like a sprint that never ends.
Yeah. And, boy, this race is really tightening up, Steve.
Yep. So the Greenwood runner is going to overtake him.
Yeah. Steve, I can't tell who that is. I don't know if you can.
It's like both Greenwood runners, maybe they're 1-2.
Yep.
You know, just if you get out on this race and you give it just a little bit too much energy in that first 200 meters,
yep.
It's just, you know, it's just awful hard to hold a lead. If it's all about pacing, and that's tough for kids to learn sometimes. And see a good example of that, you know, several fast runners, but the difference is where they expended their energy the most.
So the Gators appear to go 1-2 in the boys 400-meter dash.
I believe we're going to have another heat of them. The blocks are still down the track, and after this race, the blocks will need to come back here for the 300 hurdles.
We talked about that. Talk about another grueling event.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Gluttons for punishment.
Oh, man.
But they'll have to bring the blocks back here. They start out of the blocks. Yep. So they're starting to move some of the hurdles back here. But I do believe we'll have another heat of boys.
Okay. You're right, Steve. I still see some starter blocks over there on the side there. Mike Clef, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We've been bringing you the Sky Conference Track and Field meet. We've been on for 2 hours and 5 minutes. This meet has been underway for about 2.5 hours. And we plan on sticking with you until 9 o'clock this evening. Time restraints will take us off before then, but hopefully, Steve, we could get the bulk of these events
I'd
in.
love to get down in there.
Yeah.
We'll, the 3,200 always eats up a lot of your air time, but those kids work hard too.
Yeah.
And they work hard and run an event that very few people want to run.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it'd be a close vote between the 300 hurdles and a 3,200 meter run on what people would least like to run.
Good point. Oh, boy. Well, Steve, right off the top of your head, since you joined the Warren County Public School Sports Network, what are just some things that have stood out or that you remember right off the top of your head, whether it's an individual performance or a team performance?
I'm just waiting for you now to broadcast on a hot day. I mean, I came in late October, and here we are almost to May, and I'm waiting to stand up here and sweat, and it hadn't happened. It's just a lot of different things, all the way from, kind of following Warren East through that playoff run, and, that Greenwood football win over South Warren, that was huge.
Yeah.
It's not that it had never been done, but it hadn't been done in the era of South Warren winning state championships. Mm-hmm. And, that was huge. And it was huge from the coaching standpoint. It was one of the best games you and I have ever seen as far as coaches go. We talk about players having up games, down games, but coaches do also. But that was one of the better coached game I've ever seen. And it's kind of neat to see, and because part of coaching is having players that can be coached. And, we saw that night. Not to take anything away from South Warren, they still had a great football season, but wasn't quite what they were used to. We got a Bowling Green runner out in front in this heat.
Yep. And we'll see if he can hold on there. Like Steve said, he's got a big lead. Well, Steve, you mentioned the Warren East football team. That regular season finale, that wild game that we carried, that they won, 49-48 or something like that, and looks like Bowling Green's going to win this heat easily.
Something else that stands out is, we joke about it, but, that South Warren girls basketball team had some solid performances. I tell you, is painful for Greenwood, but that final shot by Isaiah Andrews when Warren East was at Greenwood this year, and Greenwood thought it was wrapped up. I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was wrapped up, and he hit an amazing shot, and that's just you don't soon forget things like that, either team. And
a couple things too, Steve, that I remember stood out. One, just the utter dominance that we saw with Warren Central boys basketball. Every game. And I thought the game, when we carried the game at South Warren, and I thought they took everything South Warren had and then some.
Well, we both thought that game would be a little bit closer. I mean, South Warren was a solid team, solid coached team, and not to take anything away from them, but, I know when Warren Central got into somewhere about the third round of the Sweet 16, you start running into some teams that you're not going to beat by 40 points.
Right.
Those teams are they're tried and true, and, Warren Central actually had a close call in two games right there at the end, but, they were utterly dominant in their run up to the state semifinals, state finals, and, I go back to, Warren Central won the state soccer championship, state football championship.
Yep.
We had Warren East win the state 2A baseball championship last week.
Yeah.
This is a good year for Warren County school sports. But then, we also had an amazing wrestling meet that we did.
I'm glad
an
you brought that
amazing
up.
swim meet that we did, and I'll be excited to do more of that next year and get more of those kids involved and those coaches involved. Those were some of the not to take anything away from any of the coaches because they've all been gracious and they give of their time. But those coaches were so excited about us covering lacrosse out here. I mean, that coach, I'm not sure she wasn't brought to tears by us being out here. And listen, you're pretty good at it. I just kind of fake it. But
you're doing just fine.
She was so excited that we were going to cover her kids. And so just that kind of thing. Some of the things we had talked about a year ago that we wanted to do, I feel like we've done. But again, I'm waiting to sweat a little bit. I'm not, I would not do well in northern tier states.
Well, Steve, it looks like we have another heat.
It looks like we did. We took a lunch break there, and here we go.
The third heat of the boys 400-meter dash. And they're underway. And that's a battle right now going on between, I believe, that is
the Franklin Simpson runner on the inside.
Yep.
All right, we're getting hurdles out on the track now since they passed, so it's a good sign. We'll be coming up for the 300 hurdles. Looks like the pack's coming together a little bit, coming down the home stretch. That's where everybody starts to get a little bit tired. And
boy, there's someone that
he got shot out of a cannon, didn't he? That's the one regret I have about doing track and field. I wish we had a lane by lane lineup, and that's just near impossible to do because kids are in and out of these races. But I wish we could give these kids more individual recognition.
I agree.
Because he hit that. I used to tell you Will Sanders hit the far goal post, and that's where he'd take off.
Yep.
That young man hit that goal post, and he was shot out of a cannon.
All right. Well, they're going to put the hurdles on the track for the 300 hurdles. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We'll be right back.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Yeah, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
This is normal. Last Tuesday was not normal. That meeting should have gone faster.
Welcome back to South Warren High School. We're at the Sky Conference Track and Field Meet. Mike Clef, Steve Sanders. Steve, appreciate him getting here and offering some insights. I never asked you, Steve, what track and field events did Will and Sam Sanders compete in?
They start. Both ran 800, 4x8, 4x4, 400. Right at the end, of course, my oldest ran. His senior year was COVID year of 20, and it got shut down in March. But he was running the 200, 4x2 at that point. He had progressively gotten shorter and shorter in distance, and he got a little stronger and a little faster. So, but just normally that 4 to 800, just what coach would call a mid distance. Mm-hmm. Anything over an 8 is going to be a longer distance. That's a mile and 2 miles. Anything shorter is going to be all sprint, 100, 200, 300 hurdles. Even though 300 hurdles is a sprint, but oh my gosh, it's a sprint to collapse.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, I'm looking at guys warming up down there. Mm-hmm. Drew Smothers from Greenwood. He won the 300 hurdles Tuesday at the City County. He looked good that night.
He did.
Won it by a decent little amount. See what he does tonight. He competes in the 110 hurdles, and he made a good stab at it Tuesday, but the 300 really, that distance.
He won it pretty easily.
He did. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's hard. I couldn't get 30 of the 300 meters without the hurdles, but he's a strong kid, great shape. Another multi-sport athlete. So he's staying in shape all year long by doing different sports.
Of course, 2 of his sports he did during the same time in the fall. He was on the boys soccer team and also was the kicker for Coach William Howard and the Greenwood Gators football team. And we talked about this before. We both know his parents, but especially his wonderful mother, Leslie, who is an assistant principal at Briarwood Elementary.
Yes. His dad's a pretty cool guy, too, Jim.
He is a good guy, yeah. He is a good guy. Steve, one thing, it's tempting to want to talk just for the sake of talking, but one of the things I do enjoy is just watching all the different student athletes, just how they're
all the different stuff going on.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago there was a ton of kids on the infield, trying to stay loose, warm up, and it's kind of thinned out a little bit right now. But you've always got something going on. At least to get pretty late in the meet, and then.
And I think the thing that's neat about tonight, Steve, is the number of schools from outside of Warren County that are here competing. I think
that's a difference in City County and Sky Conferences. Get those local, and it hadn't always been that way. Just the last few years, you started to get several schools. I remember last year, if I'm not mistaken, Butler County came, and man, they had a great sprint relay team. They struggled in some of the other areas, but they had a tremendous sprint relay team, and they were great. And you remember individuals and certain relays like that from year to year.
Steve, I just thought of another one too, and this is things I remembered from our year. And it was actually by a visiting player. It was the girls' basketball game at Greenwood. The young lady from Hart County
lit it up for 40-something points. She was about 5 foot, 4'11", 5 foot something nothing. But man, she could ball. She was a player. But just off the court, we were close to her out in the hallway, just very humble and kind and pleasant to be around. And that's what if you're a coach, that's what you want. You want your kids to be fierce on the court and, pillars of the school and community off the court.
Again, we're waiting for the start of the 300-meter hurdles. And as you can see by the picture, Steve talked about the lighting or at night here. That is the iris on the camera open as much as it can open.
It's a little challenging as you look across. just look across the way. It has nothing to do with South Warren, the school. It just happens to be the way those lights are pointed. They're really doing a great job of hitting that football field, and they just kind of jump over the track. These dark-colored rubber tracks absorb light. The natural surface absorbs light.
Mike Leff, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Yeah, and Steve, our last week of live streaming, I'll run this down. We're going to go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, we finally will get a baseball game at South Warren. We've had buzzard's luck, and a South Warren team that's playing pretty well. They will host Allen County Scottsville on Wednesday, May 10th, and that's a 5:30 start. Then Thursday, we'll be back at Warren East for softball. The Lady Raiders will take on the Lady Falcons of Monroe County. That's on Thursday, May 11th at 5:30 in the evening. And then our last live stream, Steve will be at Greenwood for the Gators baseball game Friday, May 12th, 2 weeks from tonight. They will host Cumberland County, and that will be a 6 o'clock start, and that will wrap up the season.
Hard to believe, just 6 events left after tonight.
Yeah. And Steve, you mentioned again, I do remember, a number of things, but just the feedback and the reception. You mentioned the coach for the girls lacrosse. We were there for that. The swimming. Tony Rose was so gracious with his time, and I think Tony was just as excited as the swimmers and the coaches for us live streaming. And then, of course, Steve, I remember at the wrestling meet, those number of wrestlers that were talking with you off air, the excitement. We were there. And I do want to congratulate Steve. Thomas Carta, the head coach of the Warren County Wrestling Program, was honored by the State Coaches Association in wrestling. Yeah. So congratulations to him.
All right, we've got a heat of girls 300 off and running.
Yep.
Got 2 runners have kind of pulled ahead and ahead of the rest of the pack.
Is one of them a Greenwood runner, Steve? I can't. It's hard to see.
It is just hard to see, and I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like Warren East is out in front.
Right. Maybe a Greenwood runner in second.
Okay. You know what, Steve? I was thinking about this. The last hurdle in this event from the finish line, would you say that's about 10 meters away?
Yep.
I would be too tempted to be looking at the finish line and not concentrating on that last hurdle and kicking the hurdle or getting knocked over by it. And on top of that, you're just exhausted.
Yeah.
At that point.
Your legs are just burning. The acid's built up in them, and
Yep.
you're just burning.
Yep.
All right, looks like we got one more heat of girls
Okay.
to line up and go. Sure, we'll probably have a couple of heats of guys, and then we'll head on in to the 800.
Steve, I know obviously you're very familiar with the Greenwood coaching staff, but did you ever cross paths with anyone on the South Warren coaching staff or the Warren East coaching staff or the Warren Central coaching staff?
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to do the camera system with Stacy, and we were the only ones in the county doing it, so all the coaches had to work with us, and they're all top-notch. We were at Kinskay Track last Tuesday, and, Coach Gay's a living legend at Warren East, especially with the way track goes. And then out here, you've got Coach Eaton and Coach Barnett, who are both great guys. Coach Carver at Warren Central is great with kids. They love him. You've got Coach Garrett, Coach Levis at Greenwood. Again, kids love him. We've got a great set of track coaches. They all work well together. They do a lot of meets within the county schools, and that requires them to work together, and they do that very well. They communicate with each other. They help each other out. You know, and that's what you want. You know, it's okay to be rivals, but at the end of the day, we all represent Warren County schools, and you know, you want to do that well.
Well said. And Steve, looks like we're going to hit the stretch run here. This is another close race. Bowling Green had led throughout, but the lead is shrinking.
It'll be tight here at the end, but I think she's going to pull out a little bit again.
I think you're right.
She's got a little boost right there, and going to hold off the second place runner. Good way to finish.
Yep. Good performance by Bowling Green here. Boy, she almost fell.
She almost fell there.
Yep.
That happens a lot on those last hurdles. All right, so the crew will have to get up there and raise those hurdles.
Yep.
I'm sure the boys wish they'd have left them down. But, you know, I've seen a race before where the hurdle crew missed one set. And so, you know, it's interesting to look at the boys' face because you won't even have to try to measure them in your eyes. When those boys go over them and they're 2 clicks shorter than they're used to, their eyes light up like it's Christmas morning. They got the greatest gift of all. 2 clicks is a significant difference on hurdles. You remember this past basketball season, I believe it was was it college or where the girls team was using a guy's ball, and how, you know, it doesn't take long for that field for you to understand and figure out that you're playing with the wrong equipment or something's not right.
If I remember right, Steve, it was an ACC game.
Yes.
It did not involve Louisville.
And it was just a half.
Yeah.
You know, they played the first half with the wrong ball. Well, now that you throw Louisville out there, what about Louisville star female basketball player going to LSU?
Haley
Man,
Van
the
Lith.
rich get richer down there.
Yeah.
Wow. They are going to be a force to contend with.
Man. Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, we could have an entire live stream one evening just talking about the whole transfer portal and what it's done. It has truly changed the sport, all sports. And you're right.
My jury's still out whether it's good or bad, you know, or good or bad for the sport.
Right.
Not inherently not good or bad, but has it been good for sports?
Right.
You know, I know it was around came about during that COVID time when, you know, kids were playing had about 7 years of eligibility, and, you know, they run their course. I did see where Jamarion Sharp from Western landed at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Western had landed at least one out of the transfer portal.
I think Davion McKnight went to Xavier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it just, you know, to be honest with you, to me it makes it a little hard to keep up with, you know, with teams. If I'm a coach, you know, I recruit 4 sets of players, and I think I'm going to have a team ongoing for 3 or 4 years. But, you know, I saw where Severe Wheeler from Kentucky's going to Washington.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going to continue to make it harder to hold a team together. You know, and then again, you know, who can blame Van Lith for going to LSU? I mean, I guess if you're in Vegas, who's got the best odds of winning the national championship again next year, and they want you? Why would you say no?
Well, you know, Steve, I think where it's really going to change things is how coaches recruit.
Yep.
You know, why spend so much time trying to recruit sophomores and juniors
if they're going to leave? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, a team like Kentucky that gets criticized forever for their freshman one-and-dones, well, you're going to have a whole new set of one-and-dones. You're going to have the ones that come, you know, for 1 year. So the guys are off and running.
Yeah.
Franklin Simpson runner's out fast.
He sure is.
See if he can maintain that. Drew Smothers in lane 3. Franklin runner's still out there. So coming into the final turn, the runner passed. Yeah, the Franklin Simpson runner's faded a little bit, but now we've got somebody else out in front.
Yep. Someone's taking the lead, Steve.
Yeah, now the lead's changed again.
Yep.
Man, that was a strong heat right there.
Is that a Warren East performer, Steve?
I couldn't tell. I should have paid closer attention when they ran in front of us.
Yeah.
I could see the lead runner, but we got several teams wearing light blue or bright blue, like a royal blue tonight.
I believe that was a Warren East competitor. I think Drew Smothers got third.
He was third or fourth. Yeah.
So. And I believe, Steve, we're going to have another heat of the boys 300-meter hurdles.
3 to maybe 4 runners, 4 or 5 runners.
Well, Steve, I think you reach the point in the season now. You probably have a number of student athletes that. Are trying to still hit qualifying times.
Yeah.
And now some have already hit them, and that the obvious. You think of like Anna Drexel with Greenwood, or the young man.
She hit and rubbed out qualifying times.
Yeah. But that kind of a situation. Steve, I don't know if they used to have them, but when I competed, you ever been in a meet where they have a medley relay?
No.
Okay. This is one, Steve, I remember because the opening leg was an 800-meter. The second leg was a 200-meter. The third leg was a 400-meter, and the last leg was a 1,600-meter. And it was bizarre because it doesn't add up. You got a 400 and a 200, so the race would actually start on the opposite side of the track. It was bizarre. Yeah.
And you got runners running at different speeds because they could be running different. Now, I have been to one that had the steeplechase, which is always an interesting. There's the second heat going out, Bowling Green runner out front.
Yep.
They're picking up the block, so that must have been the last heat of 300.
There's the young man. He's standing there in front of us. He got a big hug from his coach, the Franklin Simpson hurdler. He deserved it. Boy, it's a good race, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a good race.
3 side by side right there going over that set.
It's a real good race.
The Bowling Green runner may have pulled it out after all.
Yep.
All right. Well, the starter is the one picking up all the blocks. That's probably not a good sign. But we will move over back to the start-finish line because this will be the open 8, and it will start. They won't use blocks. They'll start from standing up here. Blocks will actually have to come from our far left all the way down to our far right because the next event they'll be used in is the 200-meter sprints. So pulling the hurdles off.
All right. Well, with that, we will take a break while they get the hurdles off the track. Mike Cleff, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. More Sky Conference track and field right after this short timeout.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise. The most advanced care possible.
We're not going to be
with
much farther
doctors,
ahead at
nurses,
9 o'clock.
therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives. It's saving lifetimes.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
Okay, Mom.
What's wrong with these? I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Have some Mingy.
Driving tomorrow. Is that an auction there or a dealership?
This is a Mingy moment.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or
Perfect.
get up.
Looks good. Good, we're gonna take it up.
Who's not a runner now?
They'll run all these runners together in one heat, even if there's
I am proof of the
15
power of
them, they'll
advanced
run all
medicine.
together.
All right, welcome back. The winner of the 400-meter dash was Kyle Chambers of Butler County, so congratulations to him. And we are
Off with the girls 800.
Yep.
Good crowded field, but they'll all run together because it's not laned. They have to stay in their alleys, which is alley is 2 lanes wide. There could be 2 or 3 runners in each alley, and once they hit the mini cones, they'll all file down into the first lane or 2. And that's where they'll run the rest of the way.
South Warren starts out 1-2 here in the lead. Greenwood's in third. Got a good number of competitors registered in the girls event here.
I would expect the boys to be a pretty big event also. Okay. And they'll run all them together.
Okay. Still 1-2 South Warren. Greenwood in third. And a big gap before you get back to the next pack of runners in this race. So we're halfway through this race. And this one looks like it's going to be all South Warren. Now, Steve, it looks like Greenwood could be moving into second place.
Could pull up there to second.
Yep.
I think that's Kitchens from South Warren in first, and they may not catch her. She's a pretty strong runner.
See when she enters my viewpoint here. Yep, there she is, and you're right, Steve. I'll tell you something. That
Greenwood runner is going to make it competitive.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Kitchens is just a really strong runner. She's run this race many times.
Yep.
It's also hard to be out front because you don't have anything to gauge. Now, that Greenwood runner is now looking at the South runner, and she can gauge that she needs to go faster.
Yep.
The South Warren runner is not looking at anything. She has no idea whether she should go faster or she can ease up or anything. It's always hard to run out in front.
Still have a number of competitors finishing this race up, and then we will have the boys 800-meter run. Of course, you won't have heats, and you'll have 1 heat in each division here. What's the event after this, Steve?
Should be the 200.
Okay.
We'll have a few heats of that.
Okay.
That's a popular one.
Okay.
A lot of people like to run that. They probably limited the entries. Each school probably gets to enter 2.
Okay.
But that being said, there's, at least 9 to 10 schools here. If each of them enter 2, you're going to need at least 3 heats.
Yep.
The boys are getting out on the track.
Okay. Yep, there looks like this is going to start pretty soon.
Starting from a stand-up position like this much quicker.
Yep.
Starting in alleys, she'll put 3, like I said, 2 or 3 or 4 runners in a 2-lane width alley. You've got to stay. The alleys are marked by a yellow line, so every 2 lanes you'll see a yellow line going down through there, and they have to stay in that alley until they come to the small cones here at the exit of turn 2, and that everybody can feed down into the first lane.
Mike Clef, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We've been bringing you the Sky Conference track and field meet for the last 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Well, we might make a good dent in those 200s tonight. That'd be everything but the 3200 and the 4x8s.
Yep.
4x4, sorry. 4x8's the first event. 4x4 is the last event of the KHSAA track meet. For a long time, my boys ran both those. They'd run the first one, and they'd run the last one. There wasn't no leaving early in our world.
Yeah. Well, now the starter's going over. Yep, she's just staggering them out there. So,
yep.
You'll
have them come up to a yellow mark. They'll be the alley staggered just like the lanes do.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Steve. Here we are on April 28th, and it certainly doesn't feel like April 28th, does it?
I'm telling you, I'm waiting to sweat, Mike.
Yeah. I mean, at 5:30 this evening, it was 72 degrees, sunny, felt great, and boy, when that sun went down, things changed. Yeah. Taking the early lead here is Bowling Green. Yep, good number of competitors in this race as well.
Let's go, Vinny!
Well, there's a young man that's really come a ways back to try to take the lead.
Yeah, I wonder wonder if he's got enough to make that next lap.
Yeah. Let's see what school he's from. He really came a long ways back to take the lead. Let's see what school he's with, Steve. Is that Warren East?
I believe it is.
Yeah. This is between Warren East and Butler County, but Steve, if you ask me, Butler County guy has the advantage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's just kind of hanging on in the back of his heels, waiting for his moment. He passed him. Or no, the Warren East runner's pulling out from him. So.
Wow. 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 That's an impressive performance by that young man from Warren East. As he actually stretches his lead out, Steve. So it's Warren East first and Butler County second. Nice performance. Well, he wanted to take the lead, and he did. Wow. Wow. All right, while we're waiting for the start of the 200-meter dash, we're going to take another timeout. We're in our final 15 minutes of our live stream. Mike Clef, Steve Sanders with the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, courtesy of Prep Spin. We'll be right back.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up.
Keep the rhythm going. Perfect.
Or get up.
Looks good. Good, we're going to take it up.
Just making one trip, or do you have to make
Who's not a runner now? I am proof of the power of advanced medicine.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives, it's saving lifetimes.
What about the Texans move?
I can't.
Okay.
Have some Mingy.
They came out with the goods, though. I mean, theoretically, they may not need those draft picks they gave up, you know.
This is a Mingy moment.
They need it. They might have should have kept it and drafted C.J. Stroud.
Don't forget to pack 5 pairs of clean underwear.
What's he ever done? About Lamar with $260 million. He's not worth it. He's going to be hurt. 12 games into the season, he'll
What's
be
wrong
hurt.
with
He
these?
won't finish the season.
I think we're gonna need a bigger suitcase.
This is a Mingy moment.
Welcome back to South Warren High School.
Coach Garrett from Greenwood off to our far right, getting the blocks down, ready for the 200 meters.
Okay.
And that's an example of what I'm saying. You know, these Warren County coaches work together. This isn't his meet, in his facilities, but it needs to be done, and he's going to do it. Any of those coaches would do that.
Well, you know, Steve, he specifically said their Gator Invitational, which was 2 Saturdays ago, was not held at Greenwood for obvious reasons. They're renovating the field and everything. It was held at Warren Central. And he said that Warren Central just went out of their way to offer their facilities for that meet. And he just talked about how much that meant to him. And he also said, though, just how strong the camaraderie is among the coaching staffs for all 4 schools. Steve, almost embarrassed. I should have counted the number of lanes on this track earlier. Is it 8 or 9?
Should be 8.
Okay. Yeah. The outside lane, the stands, I'm blocked from seeing it. So, yeah.
We're going to have two heats of girls here
Okay.
running the 200.
Okay. And where I'm at right now, Steve, I can't see the start of it, but
I
you
can see them.
Yep.
There's runners adjusting their blocks, and then another set of runners waiting back. The next heat's kind of hanging back. So we have 2 heats of girls and 2 heats of boys. Maybe we can stretch and hold and try to get these 4 heats in.
Yep.
And that would give us a natural sign-off. We've at least gotten 2 more events than we got on Tuesday.
True. Well, and I mentioned earlier, but want to give another shout-out to all the volunteers that have been working tonight's track and field meet, and also those volunteers working the concession stand. What does it look like, Steve? Are they about ready to start?
It depends on your definition of about. They're at the start.
They're at the start, okay.
And the right number of runners are on the track.
Okay.
But,
yeah. There's a qualifier there.
Right.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, Steve, just on the international level with this sport, I know it's been many years, but I'm still in awe of Usain Bolt.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness. Must-watch television.
There we go.
Okay.
There's the first heat.
Okay.
probably my favorite event to watch be run.
Why is that?
The amount of talent. I mean, they're just like gazelles running smooth and fast.
Like right there.
Yeah, I mean, they're another set of athletes. You know, they've got great strides. I just love seeing them come around these corners.
And let's see.
Next, second heat
Okay.
of girls is
Okay.
getting their blocks adjusted, getting some run outs.
Okay.
Coach Garrett and I want to say, is Logan County here tonight?
Yes, they're here.
Okay, they have a great coach, and he has been coaching a long time. And his name fails me, and I apologize to him. But I've been in a lot of meets that he jumps right in there and he works and he helps. He's great with kids. He makes things run smooth. He's down there. He and Coach Garrett are getting the boys organized, and you know, another example. Even though he's not a Warren County coach, he's still a great coach.
Yep.
A lot of respect for him. He and Coach Garrett know each other well, and just, you know, that's what you want to see. You want to see people working with kids.
Logan
See
County's-
Coach Carver down right in front of us. Warren Central.
Logan County's athletic director is here tonight, Greg Howard, a gentleman I know. He's outstanding. So we're ready for the next heat. Oh, they're asking the competitors.
Yeah,
to
the start line, the starter has to see the start-finish line to see if they're ready.
Yep.
And they are ready now.
And I'll be honest, Steve, I could not tell who won that first heat.
No.
I couldn't tell. There we go.
See the boys coming up here will be something to behold when they're coming around there also. It's a good race of ladies going on right here.
I think that's South Warren, Steve.
I do too.
Good performance. Okay, Steve, does it look like the boys?
Boys are getting in the blocks, or
Okay.
making their adjustments and getting
Okay.
some run outs.
All right.
Second call for the girls 4x400 relay. Second call for the girls 4x400 relay. First call for the boys 4x400 relay.
We're have about 6 minutes left in our live stream. We can carry it until 9 o'clock this evening. And Steve, I think there's a chance that we might get this 200-meter boys event in. Again, I hope I don't jinx us.
Yeah, they have to time that one out, and then they have to go on the computer. They have to flip to the next event.
Okay.
Doesn't take too long, but does take a little extra second there.
Yep. Just going to try something here real quick, Steve. Yep, okay. I might turn that on to help us with the equipment, Steve. Definitely see some fans in the stands now with blankets and
Yeah,
heavier coats. Yeah.
That cool temperatures kind of settling in. All right, so she's got a white flag at the start line, which means they're ready.
Okay.
And she's going to put them into blocks.
There we go.
A Warren Central runner in white there.
And I think that's Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, yep, on the inside.
But that's going to be
He's
Warren
not going to
Central.
catch him. It's going to be Warren Central wire to wire.
Yep. Nice performance. What does it look like, Steve? Do we have another heat?
Yep,
You
got
okay?
one more heat of boys here.
Okay. Right. Steve, you said that's Coach Carver there walking on the track? No?
It is.
That is?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And you like him a lot, don't you?
Yep, I do.
Okay. All right, coming up is our second heat of the boys 200-meter dash. We've been bringing you the Sky Conference track and field meet. Again, want to thank the wonderful hospitality extended by South Warren High School, led by Principal Jenny Hester, Athletic Director Jeffrey Ashby, and his staff. We'll be with you for about another 3 minutes. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you this second and final heat of the 200-meter dash. Steve, do I even need to ask what the drink was that you got at Subway?
No.
Okay.
Come on, Mike. You need to ask what the drink I had for breakfast was, and what the drink I had in a meeting this morning, and the drink I had at lunch, and the drink I had this afternoon. Come on, man.
In case you're joining us for the first time, that would be Diet Coke.
Yeah. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
All right, we got a white flag. We might make this heat, Mike. 2 minutes. It takes about 20 seconds to run it.
Okay.
See if she can get them down and going. In the blocks.
Okay.
Got them set. There they go. Another good heat.
It is.
Runner in lane 1.
It's a good race, Steve.
Lane 1, lane 7. Another runner coming up through the middle.
Wow. What a good race.
Runner coming through the middle might have caught second place.
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, I'm pleased that we got a couple of events farther than we did. I hate that I missed the very first part of it, but I appreciate the grace you gave me and letting me spend a little extra time with my kiddos.
Oh, that's
you know, while we're chilly, this is a great night, great Friday night for racing, for track and field. These kids work all season. Most of them did start right about the 1st of January, and believe it or not, their season is just got about 4 weeks left. But been a great night. You and I are going to get a little breather till Monday night.
Yep.
And, be right back out here. We'll have 3 nights in a row, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. We appreciate everybody joining us out here tonight. You know, track and field doesn't get a lot of airtime, but we're glad to have a couple this week and one next week that people can see their kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, and watch them run a little bit. And we appreciate everybody joining us. We hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe and take care. Have a good night.